This is I just pulled from the ground, and it's a look at the beautiful soil that's on the bottom of that. Look at that. And look at those thick roots. It's almost big around in some people's fingers. And this is an old what they call it, cabbage. But look at those roots. I mean, and this is woody like a tree. If you feed them right, that's what you'll get. Put that back down there, and you're all set. We got some more here. Let's see what this is here. See this here? It died because of cold, but this is cabbage. Look how long this is. About from that end all the way up to here. This is cabbage. Big piece of wood, like a tree. But I leave all my droppings right there on the ground. All that's fertilizer. And right here, that's all weeds I picked, went through and chop and drop. Here's another one of my trees that produce cherries. I have a whole bunch of cherry trees. Whole bunch of cherry trees. These right here, cherry trees, they just haven't come out yet. So it's looking good. Looking good. Kale is holding up. That's gonna come out. Gonna come right out. All right. I think this is the end of this video. Well, I'll shoot you some more. That's my tree that produces pears. I'm keeping it at about 6 feet. You can see the end of the top of it there. It's about a little over 6 feet. I don't play around. See what's up at the bottom again. Fertilizer. This is the new one here. And that's it too. It's got strawberries at the raspberries at the bottom too. They move around. You know that about raspberries. They move. Okay. This is the morning gardener. Getting ready to go in the house because everything in here looks good. Everything looks good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And remember to subscribe if you get time. If not, just tune in again and I'll have some good videos for you. Back at it again. Everything's starting to break out. It's cold out here. I have some winter damage. You can see there. Some winter damage, but 2 more days of this cold temperatures, and then it's going to start warming up. This is the tree I was telling you all about. It has 2 blossoms on it for the whole year, and that's it. Why? This is a Georgia. Well, actually, no, 4 blossoms. And that's it. These right here this tree hasn't opened yet. And this is a Hill Haven. And I don't know. Peach trees to me are kind of a mystery. And then we got the winter sowing kit. And we are double checking them. Well, these are all green in here. You can't really see them. Well, maybe you can. They're small. And these are, let's see what these are. Oregon. So Oregon grows better when you use this process, because I used to put them in the ground and get nothing and just wasted money. And I got something here coming up. These are a couple green. Let's see what these are. This is thyme. And the thyme is doing real good. So what I'm going to do for the days up is I'm going to water these plants, because to me, when it turns brown, that means that I'm getting some drying of the materials. And then you see this right here. This is lettuce. That's what that is. And the leaves are yellow, so I'm gonna fertilize that. And this right here is having some issues. This is spinach. A whole bunch of them was in there earlier, but we had 2 nights around 19 degrees. These are doing okay. This is backup spinach in case that other one didn't make it. There we go. So we're doing pretty good here. This is my oldest Georgia here. You see all the wood down at the bottom. I tell you over and over again, this is how I fertilize. Any of my waste materials go right down at the base, because what it does is it breaks down slowly and it fertilizes. This is my blackberry, and you can see some of the leaves look kind of weather beaten because of the cold last night. I mean, you look weather beaten too if it went down to 19 degrees. We're having a good time with this gardening thing. This tree here, Alberta peach, and it's getting handled by the cold. And we got a cherry tree over here. Got some cold damage on it. Other than that, wait 2 more days. Like I said, we'll see what happens. We got the blueberries. They're looking good. Blueberries are doing good. But I made a mistake this year. I actually fertilized them. And my understanding now is they should be fertilized in the near the fall and that sort of thing, not in spring, because you're gonna get a lot of leaf growth. Okay, I'm looking good here, folks. It's cold out here, so I'm gonna cut this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Morning Gardener. Hope I said that right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Morning Gardener. Let me tell you about a little bit of a tour I had today. Went out to a big box store, looked around. Well, I went out to 2 of them actually. And I was looking around at garden items. And let's see, at Walmart the seeds marked up, but they're still basically kind of like last year's prices. They haven't been marked up very much that I've seen this year so far. And I look for tools that you can't find, like an action hoe I've been looking for forever. Can't find that. With a long enough handle, you know, like a 50-something handle, I can't find it. And the person at the store did the best he could. He just said, we don't have it. Or he told me to look around for it. Because it was a long story. But I looked at the items that I was trying to get, and they didn't have them. So going back, I saw one store had a bag of manure. It was $1.88 for a 40-pound bag. I figured, okay price. And once I got to looking around on the bag, I saw that it didn't say really clear what kind of manure this was. So I thought that was interesting, because sometimes you can grab those bags of manure and they full of all kind of pharmaceuticals from those cows or for the hogs or whatever. But I left the bag there. I don't use it, but I wanted to see what was in a bag of manure, and it didn't look like something I want to mess with, especially when it doesn't say big and bold up there, cow manure, horse manure. Didn't say that, so I figured it was trying to hide something. Let's see, the plants all marked up. They're pretty high, $9 on average and up. Well, actually $10 and some change and up. So I've just been having a ball. I went to my garden. Everything looks good, which you've seen in the videos, and I'm using natural things. Again, wood, leaves, things like that. When I can get a hold of the chippers, and in my area they've been doing a lot of chipping around telephone poles. And I made a mistake last year of telling 2 trucks, not just one, 2 trucks
that I didn't need the loads. Um, Now this year, anything come by that's wood chips that is a full truck, I'm pretty much gonna take it because I found an area in my yard I could pile it up and let it sit there and compost some, and then use it around the plants as mulch, and without breaking my back and moving all 10,000 pounds of it at one time. And I guess that's all I wanted to say. Other than I'm growing a lot of my own plants this year because I'm saving money. Um, but that's usual. I do it every year. My water system is hooked up. It's ready to go. So I'm not spending water money on watering my plants. I got my leaves for this year. I got my compost for this year. All those items are free. I got those dumped by a good friend of mine that dumps them every year because he has a landscaping business and he has to get rid of it, or he paid to dump it. And I said, no, come right here. But I tell him what I want. I only want what comes from the yard that he's been dealing with for years, not out of the curbs and streets and everything. Okay, this is the Morning Gardener, and if you think of anything I missed, you could add a comment or put it right down there and just tell me what your thoughts are. Thank you.